So it's not the settings this time. It was the camera got too hot, which is a good thing because that's the camera protecting itself. I read. But anyways, how's it going? What was I ranting about? I don't know, but I just read someone on Marketplace was like, oh, I'm looking for numbing cream for tattoos. And I'm just like, this is a big debate within the tattoo community, because everything's got to be a fucking community these days. Pardon my French. Numbing cream. I don't know. If you're gonna be a pussy about it, then get numbing cream. If you're just gonna get a tattoo and not be a pussy about it, don't bother with numbing cream. It's like, it's not good for the tattoo anyways. Everything that I read is like, yeah, that it's not good for the tattoo. When I got my arm done, he did this part one day and then this part the next day, and he gave me just sprayed lidocaine. Doesn't do anything. And then when he did the rest, like 2 weeks later, he did this part and then he did that part, and same thing the next. He like sprayed it with lidocaine first, and then that's it. Don't be soft about it. Yeah, and I saw this numbing cream, I'm just like, none. I don't recommend any numbing creams because don't be soft. Even though I'm like the softest human in the world, you don't need numbing cream for tattoos. It doesn't hurt that bad. It feels good. Feels good. There's like showing up for your tattoo hydrated, not hungover, full belly. Like, make sure you eat something good. Make sure you got snacks in between. Lots of sugary drinks. Not super sugary, like maybe just fruit. You can just take fruit. You don't have to take pop. But pop's like a quick delivery of sugar. I want to remember what I was ranting about before. This is part 2, by the way. Camera shut off. About 33 minutes. Hopefully it is an actual 33-minute video. And hopefully this will be another 33-minute video. We'll go until the battery runs out, which should be 30 minutes. I'll try to go. I can't remember what I was ranting about before. I know I was ranting about people having to pick sides when it comes to social issues, and, you know, that tribal feeling that everyone seems to have. I don't know, and I was, the death. The death in Ukraine, the death in Russia, the death in Israel, the death in Palestine. War. No winners in war. People think there's winners, but there isn't. People act like there's a winner, but that's what got me heated. I was talking about Trump. When asked by a reporter, obviously a Democrat reporter or journalist, that's what I'll talk about. I'll talk about journalism. And he's like, I want the killing to stop. I want the death to stop. That's what I got heated about. And that's what I don't understand is people, they pick a side immediately, and then it's like, and I see a lot of people are like, oh, we stand with Israel. Okay. So if you're Jewish, I guess you stand with Israel. Like, it doesn't make sense. There's already controversial figures, political, like, you know the people I'm talking about. I don't want to name drop. I don't know where I'm going with this. That's okay. I'm gonna keep this front screen. My battery's dying fast. This is poopy. This isn't fair. Going to Wu-Tang Saturday, cause Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to frig with. plasticky, stringy thing out of the hat. Hair. Lots of hair. Sorry. What were we talking about? Death. War. War never changes. Ooh, this. Oh, I can't change nothing while it's recording. Okay, I'm just gonna bring this up. 21% battery. That's what I was looking for. Speaking of war, this is kind of cool. I read. So, in Akira, I don't know, people pronounce it different. There was a line in here. So they're a 15-year-old biker gang, and they go out and they get in a bunch of trouble. You, young men, are of course only 15 years old, but you can still be tried in adult court. This is the principal of the school talking to Kaneda and his gang. If you are twice convicted of even minor offenses, you were sent here because you've shown yourselves unwilling or unable to fit in with normal students in a normal environment. This is talking about going to school. Now you are here to learn a trade and, more importantly, become useful members of society. And people that send their kids to public schools. I went to public school. Well, everyone I know went to public school. But, like, when you find out that public school was created to make better workers. Like, that's all education system was created for, was to create better workers. They don't teach us like how to become rich in school. They teach us how to be a good worker. Like, yeah, we need trades. Why do we need trades? Because the rich elite need servants to build the infrastructure for their riches. You know, like, oh my God. I don't know why everybody gets labeled a conspiracy theorist that talks like this. It's when you begin to follow money and, like I talked about in part 1, learn the history of things, like it makes too much sense. It makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Do you know what I noticed at the bookstore yesterday when I was looking at manga? They put the back cover on the front and the front cover on the back. And then I think you read it like this. I can't remember that. Someone wants to comment and tell me if that's true or not. I don't read a lot of manga. This is actually, no, that's a graphic novel. This is my first manga ever. But I do love anime. I love Akira anyways. And I love Cowboy Bebop and Attack on Titan and Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super. I can't change the settings right now. That's okay. We're at 10 minutes, so that's 30, 40 minutes now. So we got another 20 minutes to go. We got 17% on the battery. I think we can make it. Maybe we'll get 50 minutes. So part 2 of this is just, I don't know, going off on a little bit of stuff, but showing you my manga. I'm so proud of this. I bought it yesterday. I've actually read like almost a quarter of it already. I'm halfway through a quarter of the book. See, I use the receipt as, like, I know it's not a lot to you guys that read a lot, but for me that's pretty good. It was like like watching a show. I like read up to a certain point and it kind of left it at a cliffhanger. Because I've seen the movie like a million times, and there's a lot more in here than there is in the movie. Like I think there's 5 or 6 of these, and there's a lot. There's already a little bit right now. I've noticed. I'm like, hey, that's not in the movie. Hey, that's not in the movie, and I'm not even like. I wouldn't even say I'm like the 4th chapter, and I'm not even like the 3rd act. In a movie, it would be not even the 1st act. I'm not even out of the 1st act. I'm in the movie. You kind of just, when he's walking with Takashi, the young kid, when he's like, it shows you how they got to that point in the manga, and that's the first thing I noticed is like, oh, that's how him and Takashi meet, because Takashi's escaped and the accident on the highway actually happens, and then like I don't remember the movie. There's a bunch in the movie that's not in the manga too, I think. Because in the beginning of the movie, there's like biking and fighting and stuff, I think, if I can remember. I don't have a good memory, but in this, they're like just driving around, having a good time, just being homies. And they drive to where they dropped the bomb that changed everything. Right there. What do they call it? This is eerily similar to kind of what's happening right now. And in this timeline, it happened in 1992. So at 2:17 p.m. on December 6, 1992, a new type of bomb exploded over the metropolitan area of Japan. So I'm guessing Katsuhiro Otomo wrote this. I think he was born in 1958 or like, yeah, around then. So I'm guessing, you know, growing up in Japan, I'm not sure how they're taught about Hiroshima and Nagasaki and the bombs in World War II, but a lot of this is inspired by that. But the weird part is what's happening in the world right now currently. It's kind of odd when you start reading stuff like this and you start noticing the similarities between fiction and reality. And it's pretty scary sometimes. Depending on who you talk to, oh, I just pulled my bookmark out. Depending on who you talk to, like, they drip feed all this into everything, into movies and television shows and football. Like, you know, what philosophers talks about, I've looked it up 100 times and I can't remember it. He talks about giving the people bread and entertainment, and they're subservient, will behave as citizens as long as we're entertained and fed. And you know, that makes sense. Where was I? Oh, I think I found it. So yeah, a lot of it's dripped into the media we consume. That's why I talked about this. I don't think I've uploaded those videos. I talk about the science experiment. That's what I call it. I call it the science experiment. So the science experiment. That's what we're all in right now. We're all in the science experiment together. I think social media is just one part of that science experiment. Social media, politics, big tech, it's all part of one giant science experiment. And it sounds kooky, it sounds crazy, I know, but in my head, that's how it works. But it makes sense, like, depending on what friggin' conspiracies you subscribe to. They're not really conspiracies anymore, but they, a lot of the times, they'll have technology that they've known about for years, and then they'll release it to the public. This isn't a conspiracy. This has happened. Like, there's proof. I don't have the receipts right now to prove it to you in this video. But we can definitely go through them. Like, but you know, anyone who knows knows. And I get on a train of thought and then I lose it, but that's okay. Conspiracies, what's really going on. And, you know, the people that I don't know if they talk down to like the people that don't think for themselves and they're like, oh, that's just conspiracy. He's just a conspiracy person. Blah blah blah. Like it's not hard to follow the money. It's not hard to, you know, it's not hard to look all this up. There's a book I want to get. When I'm done this, I'm going to go get the second book of this. And then there's 1984 by George Orwell, which is, according to the internet, because I haven't read the book. I'll admit it, I haven't read it. I will read it though. What up? What up? YouTube challenged me to read a book every week. What's up? A lot of that's like coming true. Now I really want to read that book. Maybe I'll go to chapters tomorrow and see if they have one. 17 minutes. So we got another 10, 13 minutes. What have I even talked about? Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's called Kelsey Talks Too Much. Cricksta Talks Too Much. It's now Cricksta Talks Too Much. We're getting rid of my real name because I don't want you people stalking me. I don't want all 3 of my subscribers stalking me and you know, making my life hell, because I have no idea how to do that on my own. Make my life hell. Do I have like one wing up and one wing sort of down? Look how red my eyes are. My mom would be pissed if she saw this. She would be mad as hell. She'd be like, look at my son stoned on camera talking and gibbering, jabbering like an idiot to people. Talking about manga and conspiracies. What did we raise? Like, I don't know, Mom. What did you raise? Because I got no idea. I got no idea. I found the page that I pulled me. I need a cool bookmark if I'm going to become a book reader. Does this count as a book? It's like pictures and words. It counts as a book to my ADHD brain. What did I see on the internet today? Was I talking about gatekeeping tattoos? I think I was. Yo, it's their body. If you want to get just neck tattoos, just face tattoos, and none on your torso or legs, give her. It's your body. It's your choice. Don't let people gatekeep things like tattoos. Oops, sorry, folks. Sorry, that was unprofessional. I apologize for that. But back to what I was saying. Don't let people gatekeep stuff like tattoos. Like, get real. They're tattoos. It's their body. Let them do what they want. And, like, I'm kind of a hypocrite like that because of the numbing cream thing. You know, it's kind of hypocritical of me to say because it is their body, so they can do whatever they want. So the libertarian in me says it's your choice. You do what you want. But the bias side of me is like, don't be a pussy. Oh, you said it out loud. It was like the 5th time I've said it out loud. This damn screen, I'm changing that setting. We're getting these settings dialed in. We're doing okay, people. Numbing cream. We already talked about that. We don't need to. Don't let people gatekeep stuff like that though, right? Like, I don't take my Funkos out of the box. There's people out there that take their Funkos out of the box. I don't go on the internet like, oh, these people shouldn't be taking your Funkos out of your Funko boxes because, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, shut the hell up. Why are you gatekeeping Funko dolls? They're mine. I bought them. I do whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? Same with tattoos. It's your body. Do whatever you want. Body mods. Did I talk about the body mods? I was like, what the fuck? Hold on. I saw an Instagram today of some body mods, and I was just like, okay, like, I get it. And again, their body, their choice. But I'm just like, this is too much. Like, for me, it's too much, obviously. And it's still cool. At the end of the day, I still think body mods are cool. I see some of these people that take it to the extreme. And I'm like, okay, that's cool if that's what they want to do. But at this stage of the game, in the science experiment, how much is that of that body modding is done because they want to gain a following on the internet?